You're listening to Lore Friendly with Chris Takahashi and Alice Bell. How are you, Alice?
Good day, everyone. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, you know how in Game of Thrones, like the book, like A Song of Ice and Fire,
Yeah.
so like Rhaegar, like he used to be like an artist. He was not like a warrior, right? Am I correct in saying that? And then he read a prophecy book, and at one point he just like walked outside and it's like, oh, I guess I need to learn how to fight now, and I guess I need to learn how to be a warrior.
Exactly, yeah. It seems I must become a knight.
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
So I have lived my entire life trying to just spend as much time in front of a computer as possible because that's what makes me happy. Like, you know, I like doing this. I like modding. I like fucking watching movies. I like watching, television. I don't like going outside, okay? This is my life. This is the life that I have made for myself, and I'm very happy with it. But it seems that staring at a computer screen for like 14 hours, 15 hours a day is not good for your eyes.
Really?
And so I get like eye strain lately. So it seems that I need to become a knight. No, it seems I need to go outside more. I need to socialize. So this is not something I want to do, but it's something I'm kind of forced to, I think, based on health, based on prophecies.
Yeah.
So I bought a cell phone. I think that is the first step because if you're going to be outside a lot, you need to be connected somehow. So I bought a cell phone.
You need to reduce your time staring at a screen. And so the solution is to buy another screen.
Well, it's to buy another screen, but one that is used when you're outside. It is a pay-as-you-go cell phone, though. It's not one that has like unlimited text and messages. I'm not going to be using it constantly outside. I'm going to have it there in case I need to go back and do something, like if I need to work on something.
What kind of model is it?
I don't know. It came with like the T-Mobile pay-as-you-go package, so it was like
so you don't even know what phone you've got.
It's like a Motorola something.
You've just got a phone. You don't know what it is.
It hasn't come in yet.
Is the majority of the phone going to be a screen?
I think so.
Is it one big screen? Is it a touch screen?
I have no idea. It's coming in the mail tomorrow. Obviously, I didn't go to an actual store.
You don't. But you ordered something, Chris.
Yes, it's like a Motorola something or other.
I can't Google a Motorola something or other. I'm trying.
Emoto, I think. Emoto.
Emoto. The Motorola Moto E.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this bad boy. It's got 4 stars when it was reviewed in 2016.
Yeah, I'm not sure what generation I bought, but...
Right, so... You have an Android phone, which means that you're not giving your soul to Steve Jobs.
And I'm also not being recorded secretly by anybody who FaceTimes me, because that was a thing that came out.
Oh, God, yeah, that came out, like, today.
Relevant, topical.
Yeah, like, basically FaceTime glitch, where if somebody calls you on FaceTime because they've introduced a new feature called Group FaceTime, where you can chat with up to 36 people. I don't have 36 friends.
Yes.
Is that like trying to integrate it for like conference calls and stuff?
I suppose so. Conference calls with the entire building, apparently.
Apparently so. And yeah, apparently if you called somebody, you could then hear them without them having to accept the call, and then you could see them without having to accept the call.
Oh yeah,
so
real creepy
that's
stuff.
bad. That's bad. Thank God that nobody FaceTimes me ever.
You're gonna start getting FaceTimes from me, although Motorola doesn't have that, right?
No, because it's Android. So you have an Android phone, which means that it's a Google operating system, right?
Yeah.
It is a full screen, it appears. A full touch screen. So you don't have any clicky buttons like you might on a Nokia phone or a BlackBerry.
Okay. Do I want clicky buttons? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, clicky buttons are like so early 2000s.
Oh, okay. It's good to know. Good to know. Stuff.
It comes in a lot of different colours apparently. And it has a poor camera.
Oh, good.
So you can't take loads of really cool selfies of yourself to send to me.
I need the blurry selfies.
to try to just get Snapchat. Oh my God, you can get Snapchat, Chris.
We don't need the high definition pictures of
You can
me.
get all the filters. You can get Snapchat and that'll filter you, and you can do the dog one.
I don't need my gnarly face coming across in high definition. But yeah, I can take selfies now. That's one thing I didn't have before. I didn't have a camera or anything of that kind or anything of that
Fucking
description.
hell,
So I can
Chris.
send you pictures now. You can know
Yay!
what I look like
Yay!
as soon as it comes. Blurry
Yay!
pictures naturally, but yeah.
With lots of Snapchat filters because it is Snapchat compatible.
And then the next thing I would need to do once I have my cell phone is acquire friends. How does one do that? Because I would
Tinder.
need a reason to like leave the house, right? Maybe
Tinder.
like a workout partner? Do they have like a workout partner Tinder thing?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I don't know. I am not excited about this at all. Like it is annoying. Like I had a life plan that I was very happy with, that I enjoyed doing, that I could not imagine ever having to change. It was perfect. And now, because fucking I'm getting old, I guess, I have like more eye strain from staring at a computer all day. Yeah, I have to change now. I know what Rhaegar must have felt when he feel like I have to be a knight now. It's like
I'm trying to think about how you socialize. How do you get new friends?
I don't know. Well, I'm old, so I imagine most of people in my age group are already married, have kids. So I would have to like target people in their 20s, late 20s, because if it's too young, that's
That
weird.
sounds really shady, Chris.
Wait, it's not dating.
People.
We're talking about friendships.
Yeah,
friendships.
no, but it
I
still
have
sounds
no
very
interest.
shady. I'm going to have to target people.
Yes. We're gonna have to set a wide net. Yeah, I guess I need friends now. I don't know, or maybe I have to start dating too? It's just
I mean, you don't have to do anything, Chris.
But if you think about it, like friends can only take up so much time. With dating, like, and I've thought a little bit about this. Dating, it encapsulates more of your life. It leads.
Oh
to,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
I have one night off a week. It makes it sound like work, but it's nice. But
Yeah. It's work, but it's work with benefits, more or less.
Yeah.
It's work that you love. Maybe sometimes you just like. But the thing is that, okay, if we think about life in terms of just like filling up space, filling up, like being entertainment and serving as a way for you not to get bored, more or less. That's what a relationship has, a lot of levels to it. You get a relationship, you get married, you have kids take up a ton of time. All that stuff can like keep you from getting bored, more or less. That's what traditional people do, and it's extremely nauseating to think about it, but
yeah.
like that's something I have to do now. I'm like thinking to myself, like, this is not what I want, but is it something I have to do? If,
No,
like, I
you
can't
don't, Chris. Don't bend to societal norms.
But if the alternative is blindness, then I think I might have to. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that my eyes are
you could be an eternal bachelor, Chris. You can be cool and suave.
doing what? What
Go
do
to
they
some gaming cafes. Gaming cafes are a thing.
But then aren't you looking at a video screen again? I'm trying to
No,
avoid.
no, like board game, video game,
Oh.
board game cafes. We have loads of them in Nottingham. They're really good.
Okay.
You could get into tabletop. Tabletop's fun. And I still want to play tabletop at some point.
Maybe I should start like rock climbing or something.
To be fair, good way to get exercise.
Good way to die also if you fall off and then all your
but
problems are
if
solved.
you do it inside, then it's fine.
Okay.
If you do it like at a rock climbing facility.
No, I was thinking of it as an ancillary benefit. Like, if you die, then all your problems are gone. So then it's like, hey.
Are you okay, Chris?
No.
Very nihilistic today.
No.
Nihilistic.
It's nothing like that. It's not like, oh no, I want to die. It's kind of just like, oh yeah, like hey,
I could die.
I could die. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's the pros and the cons.
Yes, there are some pros to death. It's just it's not all cons. It's mostly cons though. It's not the ideal situation, but at least you don't have to think about like how not to be bored, which is very frightening. A very frightening possibility. Audiobooks is another thing I've looked into. I'm like, okay, like audiobooks is something I could probably do and not have to look at a computer screen. So I think that is my other path. But yeah.
Audiobooks are quite good. Maybe this is where we should, if we were sponsored by Audible, put the Audible sponsorship.
Yeah, you should contact them. Tell them about our podcast.
Hey,
we could sponsor you.
So yeah, please, we need the money. Please. Right, so, in news, I want to say this week, but it was technically last week. So, this is something that's got me really, really excited. So, it starts out with a British comedy writer by the name of, I think, Graham Linehan. Now, he is the famous writer behind Father Ted, which was a really popular little comedy show about Catholicism in Ireland.
Okay.
And he was also the writer behind IT Crowd. And basically, we have the National Lottery, and they give a lot of funding to different charities and things. And this charity called Mermaids won a fair amount of funding. Now, Mermaids is a charity that supports transgendered youth.
Mm-hmm.
And Graham Linehan used his platform on Mumsnet to petition everyone on Mumsnet to write to the National Lottery about how awful this charity is, because it's encouraging mental illness and things like that.
Yikes.
And the other lead character in this story is a fellow by the name of H Bomber Guy. Now, this is a gent that I like to watch on YouTube. He is a, don't know the right way to put it, probably like a left-wing political commentator. He also does, like, he hates Stephen Moffat as well, so, you know, like besties for life. But, so he was very upset by this, because he's a lefty, he's a soy boy, whatever. Whatever the insult is nowadays. So,
soy is good for you, I don't
I know.
It's very
nice.
healthy. Soy is in tofu.
I know.
Soy is the food of my people, so.
It's very good. So, basically, he was very upset by this, so he called him out on Twitter, and he was like, you know what? Because he'd recently put out a video about speedrunning Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay.
And how much he wanted to do the 101% speedrun for Donkey Kong. Because apparently there's, like, this hidden thing somewhere in the game.
Are we talking about, like, the arcade version of Donkey Kong?
No, I can't remember the version. It's the 3D version.
Oh,
Donkey
okay.
Kong Country? No. It's the
'Cause
one
we're
with the
not-
multiple characters.
We're not talking about those guys in the movie, right? Like, Billy Mitchell isn't going to make an appearance.
No.
That guy is
No.
a villain. So anyways, go on.
So he was basically like, you know what, I'm going to do a charity live stream. We're going to live stream Donkey Kong, me completing it 101%, and any of the money that gets made I can shove over to Mermaids. And I think his original target was like £500. So he starts this live stream, and people start making appearances. First it's minor online celebrities such as, what's the face? Jim Sterling, who's another gentleman that I like to watch.
Yes.
And then we slowly start climbing up the ranks. So we have the voice actor for Donkey Kong come in. We have, I believe, Joe Romero, who was the guy behind Doom. And it keeps on getting up and up the ladder until we get out of gaming celebrities and into real-world people.
Oh.
Which culminates with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is
I like her.
the really cool congresswoman from the 14th district of New York, I believe.
AOC.
She comes on the stream and starts talking about how the Nintendo 64 is the best system ever.
Yes.
And so, all the way through this, Graham Linehan is being tweeted at by people who are watching the live stream, and he's getting very frustrated, to the point where he likens people who are trans to basically being encouraged and equating it with anorexia. And how you wouldn't tell an anorexic person to starve themselves, you wouldn't tell a child who suffers from gender dysphoria that they need to change themselves, and it's just like complete false equivalence.
Yeah.
And because of his raging, and because of all these and because of everyone coming onto this live stream, his £500 target is smashed. He raises over £300,000 for this charity.
That's amazing.
He gets a shout out from the Scottish Parliament here in the UK, which is the only decent thing to come out of the UK in a while. And it's just fabulous. Yes. Because Graham Linehan is still raging online at Twitter. He's losing followers. Everything is going wrong for him. Meanwhile, this charity that he tried to strip, I think it was 50k of funding from, has now got 300,000k because of gaming.
It's kind of like a Streisand effect thing, right?
Yeah.
He's drawing attention to it by raging about it, so... Yeah.
The press has been calling it the reverse Gamergate because it's left-wing instead of right-wing.
Yeah, we need a better name.
And honestly, it's just fabulous.
Look at you being positive.
I know, it's really unusual. I think I'm in a good mood because I only have, I think it's 3 shifts left at work before I go on holiday.
Granted, there is a part of you that revels in this Graham Linehan.
Oh yeah,
spiraling.
I am loving the spiral, honestly. Loving it. Well, it's like the thing that irks me most about him is that Graham Linehan describes himself as being a feminist.
Okay.
But then he states that women shouldn't be allowing transgendered women into women's spaces. And it's like, no, fuck off, you don't speak for me.
Yeah, so I think he's doing it in a way that's trying to validate his stance or whatever. Like, hey, I'm a feminist and I think this, so it's okay, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just, yeah, you're just a horrible person.
It's just your opinion, dude. It's just your opinion.
See, people like that are crazy. I mean, I know there's the crazy, like people who like believe in like alien UFOs and shit like that, like landing on Earth, and then there's like the more subtle crazy where it's just
the more
like,
damaging form of crazy because it's not so out there, you know.
Yes, we like the out there people. Those people are fun. I turned onto a random radio station the other day just for the hell of it, and there was like this guy. He was like, and because he was British, he had a British accent. He sounded like he knew what he was talking about. He sounded like he had authority in the matter. And then he started talking about how artificial intelligence aliens have already landed on our planet, and he called it the immortal thinking machine, and that it has already sort of like began integrating itself into our society. And I was like, oh my god, this station's amazing. Why don't I listen to this one more often instead of the sports ones?
You should just start listening to that instead of audiobooks.
Yeah. And then after he was done talking about how the robot aliens have invaded our planet, he turns it back to the DJ, and the DJ's like, wow, that's really interesting. That's really amazing. Well, thanks for coming on. Next week, we're going to talk to Lionel Graham. And can you believe that he's already died 7 times?
Oh my god, yes.
He's died 7 times and come back to life, and we're going to have him on.
Hopefully he doesn't die again.
But yeah, now I want to tune in next week.
Please
I'm like
do.
Eagerly anticipating.
I am eagerly anticipating this as well. So, Dry January is almost completed. It is, as of the day of recording, it is the 30th. I only have 1 more day to go, and then I can drink.
Oh.
And honestly, it's not been as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, alcohol is not good for you. You should have more dry months.
Yeah. The first week was the hardest. But after then, there has only been 1 time that I have been tempted to neck a tinny. And that is after work on Saturday, actually. So at work, we do these terror tours, right? It's basically tours around the jail, but instead of it being super historically based, we're kind of playing characters, we're jumping out, we're scaring people. It's kind of like a scare fest, or like what they do at Universal Studios with like the zombies and shit, that kind of thing.
Wait, we talked about this, didn't we? Like last week, you could scare people, and if you scared them good enough, you'd get tips for it, you know?
I don't think we don't get tips. I wish we did.
No, that's what we were saying. Like, you could get tips. Like, you know, if you just...
That'd be fab. But
if you just scared somebody, say you won't leave here alive, remember that?
Yeah, maybe. This is kind of like a continuation of this, though, because I did the terror tour this Saturday. And the character that I play is historically based. Her name is Elizabeth Marin. She is the youngest woman to ever have been hanged in Nottinghamshire. She was 15 at the time of committing her crime, and 16 when she was executed. Now, she was hanged for the crime of... she was a domestic servant and she murdered her master's child and attempted the murder of another one. The second one survived, the first one didn't. And because of how young she was given 3 days grace to repent before she finally went to be executed. And so at work, we have a prop noose. So I thought, you know what, she's been hanged. I'm going to walk around with this prop noose around my neck. Not at the start of the tour, but towards the end of the tour, I'm going to pop out this noose from nowhere, and suddenly there's going to be a noose around my neck.
Okay.
And then at the final area, it's basically this pitch black area. We run around scaring people. And we have our own little lights, which we flash on and flash off to scare people. And I thought, it would be really scary if people saw a silhouette of my character hanging.
Oh, that would be scary.
So, I threw this prop noose over the sign, over one of the signs that we have here. And when they came in, it was great. They were terrified because it looked like I was hanging. But then, because it's pitch black, we need to start moving about. They're not going to be scared if they see you in the same place, are they?
No.
So, whilst they're moving along to another section of this area, I try and pull down the rope. And I ended up pulling the sign down onto my head. Nice. And it was a hefty sign. It is a good, 5 kilograms. And it landed straight on my head. And went straight to the floor. But, I managed to keep character.
Oh.
I didn't scream. I didn't cry out in pain. I just bit my lip, moved the sign out of the way so nobody tripped on it, and carried on doing my job.
Bravo, like a true fucking professional.
It was only after we had them all out of the building that I started whimpering in pain.
Mm.
I have a lovely bump on my head now, and it's my first injury at work. The best thing was having to write out the accident report form, because the abbreviated version of that is I tried to hang myself at work and I pulled a sign down on my head. I learnt my lesson.
Yes.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. No more trying to hang yourself. It's only bad things can happen. It's not something where you come away uninjured usually. So
after that, I was a little bit dizzy. I was a little bit in pain. I was a little bit hysterical.
Yeah,
I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Concussions are serious business.
Well, I didn't have a concussion because my the manager who was on did check me over for it. So, yeah.
Symptoms don't happen right away for those all the time, but as long as a few days later you're not nauseous or throwing up or anything, you should be good. Yeah, you should be fine then. Your brain is intact.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, after that, I was just like, I need a drink. But you know what? I didn't do it.
Good for you.
I did not break. Unbowed, unbent,
yeah,
unbroken.
Instead you just took the opioids, right?
Not even. Now, you know how I medicated myself?
How?
Battered sausage and chips.
The old English remedy of sausage and chips.
Went to the chippy, got some battered sausage and chips. Fantastic. Sorted me right out.
Food does make you happy in a way. It's like a timeless remedy for all situations. Bad breakups, signs falling on your head, just about everything. Yes. Anything else you want to talk about this week? Is there something gaming related? We've kind of just gone off.
Since when have we ever talked about gaming, Chris?
Something on topic?
Do we have a topic anymore? Has anything happened in gaming? Kingdom Hearts came out.
Yeah.
Not really my cup of tea, honestly.
I should probably have looked at the gaming news before we did
IGN
this.
and something, but oh well. Let's have a look. Movies, Will Smith, Walking Dead. The Xbox One, Xbox Live thing. Have you seen this?
No, what's that?
Right, so basically, Xbox Ones have basically had bricked because Xbox Live has gone completely down. All at the same time. Nobody's been able to sign in or anything, download updates, do anything.
How long do you think a person can go without Xbox Live before slamming their head with a sign while attempting to hang themselves?
Half an hour.
It's not a very
You
long
know how
time.
long I can go with my computer freezing up? Like 10 minutes before I hit something.
This doesn't bode well for my future life outside of the home.
No. But hey, who needs Xbox Live when you have Xbox Live? Moving on.
So, here's something we could talk about.
Mm?
So, let me send you a picture.
Picture. It's not a dick pic, is it?
What? Give me a little bit. When have I ever sent you anything sexual?
No,
I'm
I'm
probably
normally
the
the
most-
one who sends dick pics.
Yes, exactly.
With piercings.
So I
Ooh.
did some shopping the other day. So one of the things I've wanted always are coins, Elder Scrolls coins,
Yeah.
acceptance. And so I went to the Bethesda store and they did not have coins. They have a bunch of other stuff. They have these like leather jackets, which are I'm not feeling at all.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Fallout 76 leather jackets?
Yeah, no, they look a bit tacky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're not nice, are they?
So like Bethesda has been getting a lot of shit for their $276 leather jacket, which I guess is like colored in a vault suit colorway.
Oh god, it's gross, isn't it? It looks like PVC. It looks nasty and cheap, you know?
And I like to buy Bethesda like goods and stuff like that. And one of the things that I've always wanted but could not find on the store are Elder Scrolls coins. Like I think those are like a really cool proper like thing that you could give like as a gift
Yeah.
to people, but they don't have them. I did buy a coin off Etsy, which looks really nice, but I don't know. That's something that I feel like Bethesda store should have more like game props like that, because those
Yeah.
are things that I think look really cool. Another thing that's cool that they do have on the store is like the Elder Scrolls cookbook. I really want to buy that.
Yeah.
But you can make like Elder Scrolls recipes. Like I don't know if you've ever tried like making a sweet roll or something, but you could using the cookbook and stuff. But yeah, is there a particular prop that you would want from the games just to have in your house?
I'd like soul gems.
Soul gems would be cool.
Yeah. Or the Valar and Weltnid stones.
Oh, those are good.
They are just so beautiful. I love crystals. It's a very hippy-dippy
Yes.
thing to like, but I love crystals.
Would you have what kind of soul gem would you have? Like, would you have the black soul gem?
I mean, black soul gems are edgy, but they don't really go with my bedroom's aesthetic.
Ah, okay. So
So I just go for a grand soul gem, you know?
Yeah, grand soul gem would be cool.
Like, maybe when I was edgier.
When
You
you're in
know?
your like goth stage.
Yeah, but I'm past that now, honestly. I have bright orange hair, you know?
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Bright orange.
yeah. I dye my hair ginger.
Oh, nice. So you and like Ronya could be twins.
Yeah, we already are. Twins in our heart.
Yeah, but like the reason I want a coin is because when I can't decide on something, I like to flip a coin a lot. I think it would be cool to have an Elder Scrolls coin.
Yeah,
flip
it would
stuff
be.
like that.
It's very beautiful. It's very well done, I have to say.
Other things that I would probably dig are like Elder Scrolls. I mean, this is more of like a feminine thing, but I am kind of feminine, so what the hell? That's not true, but yeah, whatever. Is like those amulets, like
Oh, they're
like
so
Talos,
gorgeous.
Mara.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're feminine.
I don't know, wearing a
Like,
necklace.
I'm pretty. One second. Amulets. Because I'm fairly certain that a lot of the actual designs of the amulets are actually somewhat inspired by Nordic jewellery. I'm fairly certain. Like glass beading and things like that. And you know what's really masculine? The Vikings.
Yeah, like the amulet of Talos, isn't it very Viking looking?
I'm just looking through the pictures now. So let's just look at the Dibella one. No, they're all quite rustic looking. They're all quite they look like they've got some glass beading on them. They're not like your generic chains and things like that. Like pretty little things. They're all, I'd say, quite inspired by Norse culture and Norse jewellery. At least going by the Norse jewellery that I'd say. In fact, I'd say that Norse jewellery is generally more colourful than the like amulets of the divines and stuff.
Yeah, I think like there's nothing wrong with like looking super feminine or just having that style. I think my style is just more I don't want to even say masculine. It's just like neutral.
They'd be nice to like hang though and just have on display.
Yeah. I think
like the Stendhal one is literally a fucking drinking horn.
Yeah. See, even that, like, it's not really the femininity or the masculinity. It's more of just like the ostentatious nature of a necklace that I'm not like really digging. So femininity is probably the wrong word. Putting gender to it is probably the wrong way to go about it. It's more of just like I don't like anything super showy.
Yeah.
Plus a horn. How big is the horn?
To be fair, I don't really wear much jewellery. Yeah, the amulet of Talos is basically a Thor's hammer necklace.
Yeah. See, I think something just modest is more my style, but also I just want things like just to decorate more than I do to like fucking wear as fashion. But they do look really cool. I think the amulets look cool, but
does Etsy do amulets?
No, but I would recommend that Bethesda store like puts up official gear.
Easier access, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, plus it's official then, right?
Yeah.
It's like with Etsy, it's an artist, and even though sometimes the artist might take more care than the official company, but you never really know, right? There's no official standard or anything.
Yeah.
Like I assume, like even if they outsource the creation of the amulets, like they still have to like look them over and make sure they're lore friendly and all that. There's no like amulet of Malos instead of Talos or some shit.
Like I ordered a Skyrim inspired skirt.
Oh yeah.
As in it was a map of Skyrim but a skirt, and the order kept on getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back until eventually we just had to cancel the order because it had been like 8 months and there was no sign and no communication. It's a real shame because it would have been a very cute skirt.
Amulet of Mara actually is something you can buy.
Yeah, there are some
$95.
Oh, fuck me.
Size amulet.
Yeah, that would be an ideal Valentine's Day present.
Yes, but does it imply too much? I mean, it's a marriage thing, right?
Yeah. I was going to be getting my boyfriend was thinking about getting a ring for me for Christmas, and I was like, hang on, no, that sends the wrong message.
If he gets on one, he was thinking about getting on one knee and giving this ring.
I mean, that would be wonderful.
And he says, and here's your Valentine's present. It would be very mixed signals. It'd be very confusing.
Just like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't be silly.
But yeah, I would like to definitely see more stuff like this, more coins. Custom weapons and armor, maybe, like, because they have the Fallout 76, or not Fallout 76, but they have the T-51 helmet that they shipped with Fallout 76. So if they have like other stuff like that, like armor, is there like a weapon that you would want, like a dagger?
Yes. My immediate thought is that I want Mehrunes Dagon's dagger.
Oh, wow, dark.
It's just cool. It's just really sleek.
Yeah, it is cool. And the thing is, like, if I walked into your apartment and I saw that, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Whereas if you had like a katana or something like really douchey like that, I'd be like, oh god, another person with a katana. I need to reevaluate our friendship.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
Yes.
Oh, so basic. So basic.
Based on this one piece of furniture. Do you also have a pair of nunchucks? Because, like,
No.
it's gonna make me cringe if I see your katana and nunchucks. But if you had an Elder Scrolls weapon, I'd be like, oh my god, that is so fucking cool. That's what they should have.
Yeah.
They should have Elder Scrolls weapons, Fallout stuff, not Fallout leather jackets. But yeah.
I am so down with that, yes.
Okay. See, we could talk about fucking gaming related shit.
Wait, hang on. We just talked about the charity live stream that was streaming Donkey Kong.
Oh,
that's
true.
gaming.
That's true. Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that pretty much covers everything.
All right.
We will see you next time, folks.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.